Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
So we are back. Let me make sure my audio is working. Okay. So let's get into this Facebook story time. This is part 3. I don't know if I'm going to do any more parts after this, but this is part 3. We stopped off at 31. So we're about to get into 32. She was scammed for a second time, and she was reaching out to this man to see if she could get her money back. So, but then he blocked her. That's where we left off. So let's, oh, brother. This is just crazy. I ain't even gonna waste y'all's time. Let's just get right into it.
I waited all day, never got a response from him. I finished the weekend with my sister's birthday activities, and that following Monday morning, I went to the police station. I filed a police report, and they told me that a detective would be reaching out to me in a couple days. They also recommended me to go to the hospital right when I left from there, and I did. A couple days went by, and the detective did call. We scheduled a time to meet up and talk that following week, and he had said if I hadn't washed the clothes yet, that I should bring them so he could send them off to be tested. I waited patiently for the day to come to go speak with him, and when it did, I tell him everything that happened and showed him everything that I had, and he says that it's basically still my story versus his. He said that still an investigation would be conducted and that my clothes would still be sent off to get tested. He said that he would reach back with me and stay in touch and keep me updated on everything. The next week after speaking with him, he calls me and he says, "Oh, I spoke with Mr. Million and I can assure you that he's not in this area anymore." And I said, "What's that supposed to mean?" He said basically that he asked if he was still in the area. He said that he wasn't and that he basically told him to not come around in the area anymore. I say, "Is that it? Is that the end of the investigation? What about my clothes getting tested?" And he says that it could take from 3 days to 3 weeks to 3 years for clothes to get tested. So after my clothes got tested, then that's when they can determine the end of the investigation. He's like, "Of course, though, in the midst of all that, if you have any questions, then just feel free to call me." And when we got off the phone, I was just so irritated. A week had went by, and one morning when I had woke up, I had just felt so uneasy and like he had just needed to be accountable for what he did. I got on Google, I Googled his name again, and when I seen any name and any number that was associated to and with him, I called it. It was a list of different names and different people, but they all had the same last name. So, of course, I'm thinking that they're all relatives. So I'm calling this number, that number, this number, that number. Then I finally get a number that I had called. Somebody picked up. When she answered the phone, I was like, "Hello, is this so-and-so? And are you related to Mr. Million?" And she was like, "Yes, this is her. And that's my grandson. What has he done? What did he do?" And I said, "Well, he told me that his name was this and that basically he owes me money." She was like, "Oh, Lord, oh my goodness. I knew something was going on with him. I didn't have a good feeling when he came over here the other day. Da-da-da this, da-da-da that." She had kept saying how she didn't have a good feeling about something that was going on with him. I had told her about all the money that I had spent, including the food, feeding him. And she said when he came over there, he had asked her to buy him some food as well. But she told him that she didn't have it. And I said to her, I wish I would have told him the same. I was asking if his behavior was normal, if he always goes through that with females. Is that who he really is? And she was saying how he had struggled with females in the past, but she was saying how he just wasn't that type of guy. And she basically raped
Females. It just pierces my ears. I don't know. It just slices them whenever it touches my ears.
him better than that. I asked her about this mysterious BMW truck. She said that he didn't have that. Asked her about all this money that he supposedly should have. She said that he didn't have that. Was saying how she didn't have any money to give me, but how she was for sure going to ask and tell him to pay me back. Before I could even get halfway through with telling her everything, she stopped me and was like, "Oh my Lord, I just feel so sorry for you. I feel so bad for you. Can we please pray? I'm so sorry this happened to you. I cannot believe him. He knows better. I raised him better than that." She goes into prayer. I'm crying, been crying. She's praying. She finishes, and when she does, she's telling me how everything's going to be okay. I said, well, I wasn't in any trouble with him, and I feel like this entire situation is insane because of how good of a person I was and that I did not deserve to be treated like that. And she agreed, saying to me how she's done some of the same things that I've done before.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it just me? But I'm the type of person where I would automatically think the grandma would be set me up too. Grandma, listen, I gotta go. I gotta talk to you later. Thank you for the information. Bye. Girl, it's just so crazy how trusting she is of people that she don't know. Oh my God, girl. I wouldn't even giving a girl too much details even about myself or even about the situation. I just would have been poking around to see if I could get information out of her, but I wouldn't have been giving her information regarding myself.
And that she's had her fair share of struggles with men in the past, but after so many, she said she changed her life around. After going back and forth, she was telling me how she couldn't talk much longer because she was on her way to church and it just happened to be Sunday. And she was saying how she was going to reach out to him, talk to him, tell him to pay me back, and that she would be reaching back out to me. Said she was going to call me back later on that night, but she never did. I waited to hear back from her, and after 2 days, I texted her. I sent her screenshots of the messages of him saying that he was going to pay me back. I told her what was going on again. I said to her that even if he doesn't have the money to pay me back, that he could just give me some of the items back. Like, I'm just trying to work everything out just so that I can still try to get some of my money back. Said to her, I'm sorry, and I wasn't trying to bother, but if she could just try to help me if she could with him, because if she had raised him, then I figured that she was somebody that could try to get to him and get him to understand that what he did wasn't right and he should do the right thing. I'm telling her that I have rent to pay, that I'm really in need of this money, the situation's forever going to haunt me, that I'm mentally not okay. She never responded. I had found it so odd because she was just on the phone sympathizing with me and praying for me, but now she's not responding to me.
Girl.
Now I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, she's going to respond to me eventually. I'm just going to wait. She had never responded to me, and that next morning when I woke up, I was just in my head and in my thoughts. So I went and made a fake page. No, it was not the right thing to do, but I did it. I made the page on Instagram, and when I tried to search him, I couldn't find him. I had forgot that he had blocked me on my main account, and that Instagram now has the option to where if someone blocks you, they block all the future accounts that you make as well. I remember that I still had the screen recording from his story showing someone tagging him in a song that they had did on Apple Music. So I went to that person's page and I started commenting on his pictures. I was commenting how he owes people money and how he's done created a debt and try to run off on me, how he's targeting certain type of women. I was just making all different types of comments. I didn't know whether or not if they were artists together, if that was his managers or whatever, whoever. I was just saying, tell your artist to pay up his debts. I also said, if you're a single mother or someone with kids, to stay away from him and be aware of him.
Y'all, this is frustrating for the simple fact that it's not clicking that she's not getting this money back. I don't know why it's not clicking, and unless she sues or she moves forward with going the legal route. Like, girl, this man is not going to pay you. I don't understand like why that's not clicking.
After an hour or so, dude DMs me and he's like, what's going on? What's these comments about? And so I gave him a brief rundown of what had happened. And he was saying to me how he was going to try to help me get my money back and to send him my number. I sent him the text free app number that I had, and he tried to call me, but I didn't answer because I was with family. And so I text him and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, who are you? And when did this happen? And then he's like, Mr. Million wants to speak with you. And I said to him, I don't want to speak with him unless he's only talking about paying me back. I've already been too nice, and all I have to talk about now is getting my money back. We went back and forth, and then the friend was basically saying that Mr. Million was confused on who I even was. He's asking if I had gave him cash or did I send him a cash app. And I'm thinking in my head, like, he must be thinking that I'm one of these clients out here that Mr. Million got, that he's out here helping half off bills or get approved.
Girl, he know it's you, girl. He know it's you. Oh my God. Y'all, this is painful. This is painful. It's like, girl, he know it's you. Oh my God. Oh my, y'all, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to go hug my niece. Like, I feel like I need to go talk to her. I need to go tell her. I need to make sure she gonna be smart, because this is scary. This is scary. Oh my goodness. I need to go talk to her. I'm like, don't ever let no man play in your face. Ever. And stay in school. Stay in school. Where's my stay in school sound? Hold on.
It's not cool to be a loser.
It's not cool to be a loser.
Go to school.
Graduate. Get your own.
Because when it's all said and done, they can say whatever they want to say about you, but they can't
take it from you.
It's not cool to be a loser.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Whatever he's out here doing. And so I text him and I said, I'm not texting about this. We can talk over the phone. I said, he's fucked over so many people. That's the reason why he doesn't know who it is. Now he's asking me to send a picture of myself, and I'm telling him I'm not doing that, and that's sad as fuck, and that should tell you how many females that he's getting over on. I was saying it's not funny because he's out here fucking with people's livelihood, and that shit's not cool. And I said, I'm not trying to talk about nothing else unless it's about getting my money back.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got to stop her again. I'm going to try not to stop so much, but girl, you're dealing with people who don't care, right? You care. So if this was done to you, you would do the right thing, right? But you have to understand there are other people out here who don't care. That's the world that we live in. So you got to know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with someone that does not care. And you're trying to force them to care, but they literally don't have a care in their body. There's nothing about them that's going to care about how this affected you in any type of way, how it affected you financially, mentally, how it set you back, how it possibly could have ruined your credit. Like, you're dealing with a criminal, allegedly. You're dealing with a criminal. So it's like, I don't understand, like, why it's not clicking that you're not going to get this back. You're not going to get it back playing fair, being nice, none of that. And then even if you weren't playing fair and you weren't playing nice, it still don't mean you guaranteed to get this money back.
All that extra shit is a wrap. Now he's saying, I don't know how I can get you your money back if I don't know who you are and he doesn't know who you are. I said, do you think this man is honestly going to tell you the truth? And he said, yes, I knew him for years. And I'm like, well, you're sadly mistaken because he's not, but we're going to talk.
And then another thing too, this is the play. Thank you for the super chat. The play is too that he's trying to figure out who you are, because maybe he doesn't know who you are, right? Because he could know who you are, but then there's a possibility that he doesn't know who you are. But if you were to tell him who you are and he knows where you stay, baby, you're putting yourself in danger. I just don't understand, like, why. So I hope she doesn't tell this man who she is, because he probably don't know if he's really out here scamming women like that. So you shouldn't tell him, though. And then you're going around calling around, like going through his friends and things like that. How do you not know they're not on the same game? They're not running the same type of game, the same type of scam. Are you trying to get scammed for a third time?
Talk. And he's like, okay, we're going to talk. Like an hour and a half goes by and my sister calls me because one of her friends called her and sent her a screenshot of Mr. Million writing her looking for information on me. She was saying how she had wrote me as well, but I wasn't responding to her, so that's the only reason why she had reached out to my sister. This is what he said to her. I texted his friend. I was like, why is he writing people asking for information on me and lying on writing people asking her? So that's the only reason why she had reached out to my sister.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can read that. Okay, it says, sorry to bother you, but this girl, and then he put her at, gave me blank, then broke into my apartment the next morning. If you have any information on her, let me know. Now listen, Mr. Millions was on my Instagram, y'all. The last few days, he was in my DMs. I did not respond. Okay. I'm not responding. Because at the end of the day, if the girl is telling the truth and you did scam her, you're not about to scam me. The hell? Do I look dumb? Come on. So he's going around typical. This reminds me of Bria Jones. Manipulators like to flip what they do to someone else. They flip the story around so they can be in the victimhood. And then they make the other person the villain, or they make the other person the problem. Yes, he was all over my social media. He followed me on my main page, he on my personal page. I said, "Oh hell no, oh hell no!" I just like Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the compliment. Absolutely not. This is what he said to her. I texted his friend. I was like, why is he writing people asking for information on me and lying on me, and that he knew who you was asking about all along. He knows who I am. I asked, what was the point in writing people asking for information on me when all he had to do was pay his debts? The friend responded, he didn't know who I was because I was writing from a fake page. I said, regardless of me writing from a fake page, he knew the situation. Now he's writing people. He definitely knows who I am. I said, I didn't write anyone saying anything but for him to pay me back. He said that he would call him later when he wasn't busy. And I said to him, me and him could still speak over the phone, but I just wanted to make sure that it was genuine with what he was doing, helping me with him. I sent him screenshots of Mr. Million saying that he was going to pay me back, the ones that I've already showed. And I said, he wants to lie and say that I broke into his apartment, but that's far from the truth. We can really talk about what happened. A couple hours later, he ended up calling me and I told him everything. I sent him the screenshots. I sent him the receipts. And he said that that nigga was wild and that he was going to talk to him and tell him to give me my money back. That next day, when the friend reached out to me, he was saying how when he spoke with him, he told him how everything that I did for him was a gift for his birthday. I said to him, you see how I sent you and showed you everything, all the receipts, and he still continues to lie. I continued to show him and send him more receipts. And the friend really believed me. And he said that he just couldn't believe that dude was out here acting like that and that he should be a man of his word and really do what he said he was going to do. We went back and forth and got off the phone. A couple hours later, I get a text message. Well, a couple text messages from Mr. Million. Oh, now my number's unblocked. This is what he says. I didn't even reply back to him. I just sent it to his friend and I said, oh. Hold on. Wait a minute. You about to get hurt real bad. And I'm finna send all these videos to your dad. Poor A.B. Girl. Okay. What he says. This is just. I didn't even reply back to him. I just sent it to his friend and I said, oh, so now he's sending me threats, but yeah, he owes me. And the friend responded and said that he was about to call him and say something to him. The friend calls me and says that he said something to him about the threats. And he said that the only reason why he threatened me was because I called his grandma. I was like, are you kidding me? The grandma literally said that she was going to talk to him and tell him what he did was not right and that he should pay me back. Now he says, nah, the grandma don't believe you no more. She believes him. I was like, duh. Like, what? He like, you know, that's her grandson. That's her baby. She has to believe him.
I was like, she was just praying for me over the phone, but now she believes anything he says. And the friend said that he told her the same story, that everything that I had got him was just a gift.
Girlfriend.
Then he was telling me how Mr. Million said that his profile on the Facebook dating app was a fake profile. He even said that people had been asking him if that was really him on there, and he was telling them that it wasn't. I said again, here we go with the lies. How did I get this man's phone number? Sent him the screenshot of the phone number. He's like, yeah, that's his number. I'm like, yeah. How did I get this? How did I get that? I mean, it just all makes sense.
That's crazy.
I asked him if I should be taking the threats that he made serious or lightly, and if he was really a crip or not. The friend literally laughed it off, and he was like, man, he is not like that. He told me that when he met Mr. Million, he was actually saving him from getting his car flipped by a group of people.
What?
Now, I don't know how true the story was or if he was just BSing me, but that's what he said. He said they were at a party. Mr. Million had exchanged words with people, and then next thing you know, his car was surrounded and it was being shook. So he said that he came to his defense and told them to leave him alone. And that's basically how they met and became friends.
And
So
you
then I
believe
asked
that?
him, did Mr. Million ever really get shot before? And he said that he actually did. I asked him where at, and he said the bottom of his back, but basically his butt. He said it was just like a similar situation to when they had met, and that he had to help him and come to his rescue. He says Mr. Million gets into it with a couple of guys, calls him up. Then he sends his friends to go help him. And then it ended up being a pew out. And as Mr. Million was running away, he had got hit. Then he was telling me how he had put one of his friends onto him to help him get approved for an apartment. And basically, Mr. Million ran off with his money too. The excuse for that was that they exchanged words, and he told him that he just wasn't getting his money back. The friend's exact words that he kept saying about him was he was bad for business. He said that there should be a series created that's called Surviving Mr. Million. He had joked about it, but then he was like, on a serious note and from a man's perspective, that what he did was really lame. I asked him, I was like, did he tell you what he was doing when he had my phone and he was fake paying for some shit? And he said that he told him out of his mouth that he used a bank account with no money in it to pay, fake pay for the electric bill and my credit card bill. And that when he went to pay for the Progressive lease, the Best Buy lease bill, that basically he used my account, but he said, but nah, bro, that was her credit. Like they thought he used my credit card. I told him he was sadly mistaken. That was not my credit card. It was my debit card that came out of my checking account. I asked him again if he really had said that to him, and he said that he did. I was like, that was the boldest shit that he could have done. We had went back and forth, talked about some more stuff, eventually got
Girl, you dealing with a scammer. They are very bold.
off the phone. That next morning, he texts me, checks on me, and I'm thinking he's trying to be cool because he feels sorry for what had happened to me, like he said to me. I was telling him how I was having the thought of just replying to Mr. Million and telling him to really fuck off with himself, and he was telling me how basically it just wasn't worth it. Out of the blue, he calls me and he says that he has spoke with Mr. Million and that he has sent him the explicit video that I did not consent to of myself showing him who I was. I was like, what the fuck? Who does shit like that? That is the weirdest shit that he could have
A
done.
scammer.
He was saying that he didn't even
Scammer.
realize what it was until he started watching it, and that he had instantly deleted it. We had went back and forth, eventually got off the phone, and when we did, I texted and I asked if he could send me that video of myself. He was like, you remember I said I deleted it, but I'll try to get him to send it again. Then I had asked if he could try to recover it from his deleted camera roll, but he said that he couldn't. Later on that day, I texted the friend again, asked him what he was doing. He responded. Then I asked if he was ever able to get the video of me, but he never responded to that. That morning when I had woke up, I had so many thoughts going through my head, and I was so mad at the fact that this man had sent this video to his friend of me. So I replied back to him. This is what was said, and it was like he was waiting right by his phone for me to text him, and I was unblocked. He texted me right back. What was said, and it was...
Oh my God, y'all. How long y'all think this was going on for? I need some, like, my brain is hurting. Like, it's really starting to hurt. So she texted him and said, oh, she put his real number out here too. Well, fake number probably. You owe me. I wasn't going to respond, but you think you're so tough, P boy. And it's Pussy. When you're pathetic, excuse of a little boy with a little boy D. Girl, so the D was little too? Girl, the D was little too, and you was going through all of this? Trying to show videos and make threats. Loser. You're a narcissistic scammer and you're sick. Poor AB. Says the MF who forgot his wallet in his car. The imaginary car. Says the MF with 100,000 in the bank, but running off on debt he created. You owe me. All because you said you'd pay me back. But really, I'm poor? Question mark. You think you're cool because you're not trying to pay me back? Question mark. You a poor A ninja. Right on along with me, then overpay. Wait, then she said, oh, wait a minute. You a poor A ninja. Right on along with me, then. I don't know what she mean by that. Overpaid you? I don't know what she means by that. Throwing money in my face, snatching it out of my hand, putting a bruise on my arm, and you never paid me, scam me. You want to lie on me. Everything about you is a lie. Oh my God, she waking up, y'all. She waking up. She waking up. I wonder how it feels to have to be a runner, to have to scam people to get by. You really out here down bad, and to put some ish on Crip, which you even aren't one, and your granny that you was going to pay me back and didn't. It's sad. I see why you've been shot and why MFs was about to flip your A upside down in that car. Y'all, this is sad. He responds and he says, I've never been shot. And you know what? He probably telling the truth. He ain't never been shot. It's just something he told her. And then he said, nobody never flipped nothing. Duh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was like he was waiting right by his phone for me.
Then he said, that's not even my grandma. My grandma is, and he may be lying about that one. Then I got real paper. He may be telling the truth about that too if he out here being a professional scammer.
Me to text him.
And then she responds, your whole life is a lie. And then he responds, can't be scammed if you gave it to me. Ooh, 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 oh, girl. Oh my God, girl, you really did give him the damn money too. You can't even be like, oh, I didn't give him the money. Girl, you gave him your phone, girl. You gave him the money. Oh, ooh, ooh. And that means this man done did this a few times. Then he goes, no, your life is a lie. You sad. You can't be a part of mine.
And I was unblocked. He texted me right back.
Then he said, you never been to my house or nothing. Oh, girl. Then she responds, laugh my ass off. Your ego was shot when I didn't want you. So that's why you had to force me to do ish with you. And then she uses the R word. And then he goes, I had a whole girlfriend. That's why I left you outside. Oh my gosh. Didn't I call that in part one? I said, this man, he got a girlfriend. Who is the girlfriend? Who is the girlfriend? We done unlocked a new character. I need to know who the damn girlfriend is. You know what? This is just sad all the way around. It's so crazy how men like this have no struggle with getting a woman.
The messages continue.
Girl, this is crazy. Then She goes, "You think you're so cool. Whole life is a lie." And then he responds, "Sell a little P on the side. LOL." That is terrible. Then she responds, "Laugh my ass off and you a scam." Then he goes, "Right. I guess B's tricking on you a scam." Oh my goodness. Gotham City, y'all. Just ignore the sirens in the back. Then she goes, "Where's the trick if you said you was paying me back?" Girl, are we let's start there. Oh my God. Then he responds, "I could have cleared that little 7K out your daddy's account. That's a real scam." See, I told you. See, I told you he really wanted to get in her daddy's checking account. Girl, you don't need to leave. You don't need to leave your home. You don't need this girl don't need to leave her home. She's in danger just by going outside. Then he goes, and no. Then she responds, "It's so little, but you can't pay me back." So that went right over her head, baby. That went right over her head. Then he responds, "I'm not. I told you I wasn't." And so he's saying all of this just in case she takes it to court or goes to the police or whatever like that. So, girl, he playing you right now. Then she responds like question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's make it make sense when question mark. Girl, oh my goodness.
Dude.
Oh my goodness. She don't need to leave the house. Hold on, wait a minute. Um, then she goes, "You violated me, not giving you ish, told you be cool, but you want to play, let's play. Wait, didn't you say I'm effing weak?" I don't wait. Did I miss something? Okay, hold on. Let me play it. Okay, so I guess that's just the part that she wanted to start with in the next one. Then she responds, "I never known a ninja with so much money to have to act like this." Girl, he probably don't got it or he's not going to give it to you. Then she also responds and says, "Never said that. Now you really make up ish." Then he responds, "Never knew a H that thinks she gonna violate and put fake rap on a ninja thinking she gonna get some from him. Delusional." I don't know what he means by that. Then she responds, "You are you are an R. You are a R." I'm like, y'all, okay. And he responds, "That's exactly why I get every video of you consensually having S and all the video and audio recorded separated for H's like you." I'm not trying to call her out her name, y'all. I'm trying. Then she responds, "You don't have anything. How much you want to bet?" He responds, "Girl, this is crazy." Oh my God. Then he texts and he says, "I don't got no debts, love. You think I'm somebody's artist. You're retarded as F. That's my artist." Oh my God. "We laughing at your dumb A. Oh my God. You about to get evicted, huh?" Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Then she responds, "How about sending these messages you got a debt? Yo, dumb A line again. Everything you did, you forget." Girl, "You told me that you've been shot before." He lied. Oh my God. "You think you know some ish, but you don't. This money's so little, but yet you can't pay it. Had me come up and down the highway multiple times to get my money back. Had me go open a bank account to get my money back. That's why you put your hands on me because you wanted to prove your point that you wasn't playing with me and that you paid me back, but you didn't. You used an account with no money in it and then used my account to pay for the lease. Sad A broke A ninja ish." She said he walks with a bob. So then he responds, she said he walks with a bob. You is hilarious. I don't know what he means by that. Like, y'all, am I slow? Am I slow? I don't get what's going on here. Then she responds, "Yeah, and you hilarious for not trying to pay your debt." Girl, what was the point of putting your hands on me and forcing me to be sexual with you when you knew you scammed me? Question mark, just sick AF.
In the midst of us texting, the friend texts me and says, "Oh, now he's on the phone and he want to talk to you." I said, "Let's talk about it. He's been running." The friend calls me and he's like, "Hold on, I'm about to three-way him." Then when he gets back on the line, he talking about, "Oh, he hung the phone up." I said, "Exactly. He can't talk about it. He don't want to face me. He only wants to talk to me through a text message." I was telling the friend what he was saying to me in the text messages and what I had said to him. And I was asking, like, everything that you said to me, was that a lie? Are you telling the truth? Are y'all both playing on my phone? Like, what's going on? He was saying how everything he said wasn't a lie and how he wouldn't lie on a grown man. And he was just trying to be the middleman and really just help me out.
Girl, you cannot be this serious. Y'all, oh my God. She raising my blood pressure. Oh my gosh. She raising my blood pressure. She really is. She disturbing my peace. Because, girl, be so freaking for real. Why are you trusting the friend? I'm telling, at this point, I'm watching to see if they're going to scam her for a third time.
I asked, "So why is he saying that you sitting up laughing at me? Are you laughing at me? Like, what are you saying behind my back?" And the friend was saying everything that he said to me in those messages, he was just trolling me. I told the friend, "Look, I don't know what to believe, and I know you cool with him, gonna stay cool with him, whatever you're gonna do, but I just feel like we don't need to be talking anymore." And I hung the phone up. After I had did that, the friend texted me trying to be cool, and then he was saying, "Oh, now he has to pick a side." I just didn't even respond to him. A week had went by, and then the friend calls me on a random day, and I had just got my wisdom teeth pulled, so I didn't answer, and I was like, "I can't talk right now, what's up?" And he was saying to call him right quick, so I did because I didn't know what he wanted. When I called, he didn't want anything. When we first talked, I was telling him about how I felt like I noticed Mr. Million was walking like with a little limp, like a little dip in his walk. And I asked if that was from when he got shot or is that just how Crips walk? Like, I didn't know if that's how he really walked. The friend was saying he could have been walking like that from where he had been shot, but then he was joking about me saying, like, is that how Crips walk? So we on the phone and he like, "Hey, I'm just trying to show my peoples real quick how you said Mr. Million walked." He was like, show me real quick how he did it. At that point in time, I was still really fragile about talking about the situation, so I wasn't in the mood for all of that. So I told him, "I'll call you back," and I hung up. For the next couple of weeks, the friend had texted me asking me, "Hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you feeling?" And one day I was just like, "If you can talk later, then we can talk. That's if you haven't been talking to him." And he said that he hadn't been talking to him. When we had got on the phone, I was asking the friend if he had knew Mr. Million's address, but I didn't tell him that I was trying to get the address so that I could try to take him to court.
Yeah.
He was saying that he didn't know and that basically he'd be moving around a lot. So now I'm asking, did you know he had a girlfriend? The last time y'all talked, when y'all talked, what did y'all talk about? What did he say? He says, "Well, I didn't ask him about the sexual part, but I did ask him why he wanted all that stuff and why he asked you for money."
Girl, the friend is trying to see if he can get a lick. Okay. The friend is trying to see if he can get in where he can fit in and get something out of it. That because it's clear they are picking up on that this girl is just not smart. I mean, homeboy called her retarded, not slow, retarded. And so I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Why he made you do the things that you did. Mr. Million tells him everything that I got, the money out the ATM, basically everything was for his girl. When the friend told me that, my mouth just dropped and I was like, wow.
Didn't I tell y'all that was this? Didn't I tell y'all that in part one? Low key, I had this story time already figured out already. Technically, I was just poking around. I'm like, I think he got a girlfriend. I think he was out here spending money on another woman. Girl. And I didn't have to go through all of this. I didn't have to go through nearly as much as she did to figure out what was going on. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. And I have not watched this.
Wow. This man had to make up a wild, fake story, force me to do stuff, all type of stuff, mentally fuck me just for that. So I was like, okay, that's noted.
Girl, you're saying this man mentally effed you? Did he? Damn. Damn. It don't take much. Damn. This reminds me of Ashley from Love is Blind when she said that She didn't take her separating from Liler was not a decision that she made lightly. Ashley and this girl here, we know it was a very hard decision for you. We know it was hard, very challenging decision. My goodness, y'all, this is crazy.
By that time, my best friend had knew everything going on, everything that had happened. I had to break down and tell her because she was on the phone with me when I went to pay for the $7 parking and my card had declined. Of course, she supported me regardless of me not telling her. So with her knowing everything going on, and of course I'm blocked, so I can't see anything that he's posting, she was periodically going to his Instagram page.
A headache.
So when she was on there, she's like, I looked at his bio and I see an Airbnb link in the bio. So I clicked on it and I looked at the apartment and it sounds like what you had described to me. So she sends me the link. I click on the link. Sure enough, it was the apartment.
I figured that out too. I knew, y'all, I done figured out this whole situation. I ain't even watched this. Cause no way in hell I'm watching this twice over. No way. Absolutely not. I got a headache. Girl, we need to really evaluate some things. I told you I think he was Airbnb that place out. Maybe he was sleeping in the storage unit or he was with somebody or some girl or something. I knew it was something like that. I knew it was something going on like that. So basically, let me run this back. Because remember, when they first met up, they was talking business. And he wanted to get these Airbnbs ran up and get it going. That's what he was doing with his girlfriend. With you were going to furnish the apartment, babes. You got the TV for the Airbnb, babes. Oh my God. Girl, wait a minute. Hold on. Go back. Hold on. Wait a minute. So that's what he got for his guests. That's the bedding that he got for his guests. That's what he was in Walmart for. And then he probably stocked the refrigerator and everything else. Or do you think he got that wine for his girlfriend? He was bringing that wine back to the girl back home. Girl, this is a mess. And then who? So Maya, I'm assuming that's maybe his girlfriend's name. Because I know I know it's not, I know the Airbnb is not in his name. It's probably in his girlfriend's name. So Maya is probably her name. Baby, this is crazy. So girl, you furnished the Airbnb for him to make some money. He hustled you really bad. Oh my God. He probably got those hangers too. This is crazy.
I'm like, this man said he has 19 Airbnb properties. He's been doing Airbnb.
Listen, don't tell me.
For however long. But it says you're a new host on there.
Yeah, he
has said he had literally only been a new host for a month. So he had just put that apartment on there.
Girl,
as I was looking at the...
You funded it. Like you helped him.
Listing the pictures, I just see half of the Walmart receipt. And then I'm like, he took these pictures with the camera. So I'm telling my best friend, well, since we doing our detective work, let's look up the girlfriend. I was like, if she got my shit and if everything was for her, then I should ask her, let's go to the source. So we searched every social media with this girl's name. I had wrote a couple people that I had suspicions of and that I thought, and I just waited for a response. When I was writing the different women, I was just saying, hey, do you talk to this guy? And if you do, would you mind speaking with me? And if not, then that's totally fine. Not trying to start any trouble. I don't want any problems. It was only between 3 to 4 women. It wasn't like it was a list of different women I was writing.
4 is a lot.
I woke up that next morning. I see I got a response from somebody. I clicked on it. The message said, yes, I do talk to him. What's up? I was like, bingo. I asked her if she was his girlfriend. She said yes. I said, listen, I'm not trying to come to you on no woman to woman, no none of that. I'm just trying to tell you what he's done to me. She sent me her phone number and I called her.
Oh my God. You called her like
I
Barbara.
waited all day.
You called her like Barbara. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I can't even click on the next video fast enough.
The first thing she had asked me was, how did I find her? And I didn't want to tell her that I had seen her name on his bank statement that I had found in the apartment. I told her I figured he would be messing with someone in that area, so I started searching up females with the same area on Instagram.
Emails.
I told her that we
My
had
God.
mutual followers on Instagram. I was just on her page and I was looking at her little story bubbles, and she just happened to have one for Puerto Rico. So I clicked on it and I was watching it, and I thought I heard a familiar voice, so I figured I'd write you and ask. She said that they did go to Puerto Rico together, and this was literally weeks before I met this man on the Facebook dating app. I told her he did tell me that he had just recently visited Puerto Rico, but he didn't tell me that he was with anyone. Then I just basically told her everything that happened, every little detail. I sent her the screenshots, I sent her the receipts. We talked about everything. Then we started matching dates up. The first time that I had met up with him, they just happened to not be together that day. I told her the name of the apartment where we had met up at, and she said that that was his apartment and that they were staying there together, but she said only occasionally because he was renting it out on Airbnb. So when he wasn't renting it out on Airbnb, they were staying at her mom's house. I had told her about how he had told me how he had just moved down here from LA and all that, and she had said he told her the same thing. I had asked her where they had even met at, and she said that he had wrote her on Instagram. I showed her the messages about how he said he had a girlfriend the entire time, and that's why he had me sitting outside, and the video of him kicked up in the bed with his feet crossed playing music. So I asked, was that at your mom's house where he had sent the video of him laying in the bed kicked up chilling? And she was like, no, that was a new apartment that he had to get because he got kicked out of the apartment that I had first met him at. Said that apartment wasn't even in his name. It was in one of his friends' names, and that the property management at the apartment complex had found out that he was basically doing Airbnb and they didn't allow that. Said that there had been a notice given to vacate, and he did. They were moving things out of the apartment and they had the furniture sitting on the curb. She said they turned around for 2 seconds, renter center swooped up and picked that shit up so motherfucking quick. There wasn't even no words to be said or arguments made. They got their furniture and left. He tried to get approved at another apartment across the street, got denied. Oh, and the apartment complex that he was just at and had to vacate from, they called up Airbnb and let them know that he was violating guidelines and policies. So she said that Airbnb shut his account down too. Now, I might have had a little something to do with that as well because I called Airbnb and reported his ass too. Then she said that a detective did call him and told him that they knew what he was doing in the area and basically gave him a warning to watch his actions. And then she related it back to the apartment complex denying him approval because she said that she thinks that the detective has called around to all the apartments in the area and was letting them know about this little approval thing that he does with apartments and letting them know that he's basically a scam and don't approve him. Said that he had tried all the apartments in the surrounding areas after that, but none of them approved him. So then that's when they had to go over the bridge and get an apartment further out. And that's the apartment that he's at in the video that he sent me of himself in the bed, kicked up with his feet crossed. The furniture that was in the new apartment was from Renter Center too. Said he asked her the same thing that he asked me, to open up an Airbnb account and to put this new apartment on her account since he had just got his banned. But she said it never ended up happening. And this.
So who's the girl's name that's on the Airbnb? Because I saw a girl, Maya. I think that's how you say her name. So who he get this apartment? Like how did he or whose name is on the Airbnb?
Apartment wasn't even in his name, just like the last, and it was in a different friend's name. I asked, well, are y'all still at this same apartment? And she said no. He had to vacate from that one too. Was barely there for even a month and a half. Said that they had gotten into a really bad argument, which led to a physical altercation because he likes to put his hands on women, which led to the police being called, which led to the property management finding out and giving a notice to vacate. Which was this notice that I've already posted before due to his lies, trying to say that I was the reason why he had got kicked out of his apartment. Far from the truth. So now I'm asking about the stuff from Walmart, Best Buy, the money that I had got out the ATM, if he had gave her that. She said that after that altercation and him getting kicked out again, that they did continue talking, and he was actually staying with her at her mama's house because he had nowhere else to go.
That's
She
crazy.
said that he did have family in Columbus and was from there, and that she took him up there a couple times, and there was no house there either. He was staying there with his daddy. I told her about how I had called his grandma and that how he tried to say in the messages that that wasn't even his grandma and that his real grandma was dead. And then that's when she told me that that's not his blood family and that he was adopted. When she went up to meet his family, they was calling him by a different name, and she was confused. And then that's when she found out that the name that he was going by was not even his real name.
Duh. Oh my
And
God.
said that his family does not call him by this name that he is out here going by.
We got two slow ones, y'all. This is crazy. He be targeting women that are not that smart. Oh my God. He like really targets the girls that are a little slow, baby. Damn. Oh my goodness. Listen, I don't even know what to tell the girls. I don't even know how I can assist them on this one because it's like either you street smart and I guess you just gonna have to go through things like this because oh my God. But I don't even I have a question. Do you think this comes down to being street smart or just being smart in general? I need somebody to answer that for me because my brain, I ain't gonna lie, it's fried from all of this. This is a lot. This is too much. I feel stupid just listening to it because I'm just like, oh my God, it should have never made it this far. It should have never made it this far.
Trying to say that that's his real name. She said that after he had to vacate the first apartment, the one that I had met him at, that basically he told her she could have the TV and the carpet for her shop because she does lashes. Said she had just mounted the TV days before and she already had the carpet down. She had only had the carpet, the TV, and the wall mount in her possession. She said that I could come get it if I wanted to do so because she felt like the whole situation was just out of hand at that point, and she just couldn't believe him, what he had done, him lying, just everything. She was like, why would I want to keep and have some shit that was bought from another female with my boyfriend that he said that he was going to pay her back for, and he lied to me about it. Said the only reason why she had even had the stuff in her shop was because he didn't have nowhere else to put the stuff from where he had got kicked out both apartments. Said, how was he going to try to give her some shit that he didn't even pay for in the first place? And again, lied about it. I had sent her the Walmart receipt, so she had seen the drill on there that he had specifically got to put the TV wall mount up. And she said that I could have had that back to try to take back to get my money back. But when they had rented out the Airbnb to a family, that's when the property management had found out. And when they tried to go knock on the door, the family was inside of there from where they was renting the Airbnb, of course, had to leave. And she said when they left, they took the drill with them. Now I'm asking about the stuff from Best Buy. Camera, vlog equipment, backpack, phone case, all of that. I had even asked was she at the apartment when we had went to Best Buy and got all that stuff. She said she was. She said that she was even there the night before when he had came inside the apartment with the TV. I had told her how I had came over there early morning and I was knocking on the door, but she said that she didn't hear it. She just remembers that he had left out for the day. I asked her if he didn't have a car, then how did you think that he was getting around? And she said that she thought he was Ubering or Lyfting.
Oh my
She
God.
said that she had left out for the day and then came back to the apartment, and she said that everything that was bought, he had surrounded around him like presents, like it was Christmas. And she said he was playing with every single little thing. She said that he had looked like a little kid that had never got shit before. And she had asked this man, where did he get all this stuff from? And he had told her that he had just went shopping that day. She said that before he had got all that stuff, there was nothing in that apartment but the 2 couches in the living room and the bed in the bedroom that didn't even have sheets, a cover, or a pillowcase.
Oh my goodness.
In which I do remember when I had first met him and went inside the apartment, it was literally only those 2 couches in the living room. Mind you, I was under the impression from what he had told me about him just moving down here, just moving into the apartment. So I just figured that it wasn't fully furnished yet. I sent her the picture that was taken of me without my consent that he sent to me when he was trying to blackmail me. And she said, oh yeah, I know that's him because I got them drawers sitting right here in his clothes hamper that he left at my mom's house.
Girl,
Then I started talking about the day
this
that he
is
made me
crazy.
go open up the bank account and how he asked me to go to Atlanta with him. She said she was the one that was in Atlanta with him and that they drove her car down there. I told her about how he had FaceTime me right after I left him that day, showing me that big stack of money and that he was inside of a car. And so I'm asking, is that the Benz truck that he was getting wrapped matte black? And she said, no, ma'am, that was my car that he was in. I said, so the keys that was hanging from his belt loop that day, they were yours? And she said, yes, ma'am. I've shown this previously, but this is the video that he tried to post flexing the money and try to make it seem like that I was with him that day while he had this money, but I wasn't. This is him in her car, in her purse. I said, so because I told him no to going to Atlanta and getting a rental, he
Ooh, girl, wait a minute. 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 Y'all got it? Y'all got it? I don't got it. Listen. Y'all got it? I'm happy to be single. Y'all got it? Y'all got it.
I don't know who needed to hear
Y'all
this,
got it.
but good for you.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Because I ain't no way in hell. Just to say I got a man, ain't no way in hell will I ever deal with some shit like this. This is crazy. I got better things to do with my time. This is crazy. All this investigating and researching and digging and da-da-da. I could be getting my own freaking money. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I could have made the money back by now with all this. Nope.
decides to ask you. And she said, I'm assuming so, because before then he hadn't asked her. It was off the whim. She had sent him money that day for whatever reason, and that's the transaction that I had seen on the bank statement, which led to me finding her. Now she's telling me how the entire time that they were in Atlanta, he was using the camera for everything. Made a music video, promo, taking pictures. She said, I even had the camera in my hand taking pictures and videos of him. He's telling her she can even use the camera for a podcast that she wanted to start doing. I sent her each item from Best Buy, and she said that everything was still in his possession. Phone case still on his phone, backpack still on his bag. She said he didn't leave nowhere without that. I had asked her if she could try to get the stuff back from him that was from Best Buy, and she said that he had already left the state. Said he was staying with her at her mom's house and then occasionally staying with his dad in Columbus, but he moves around, so now he's done ended up at his auntie's house in a different state. She said that she had his location and she could see that he was just basically staying at hotels, and then when he wasn't at a hotel, he was at his auntie's house. I said, so what about all these supposed properties that he has in each state? She said that she's never heard nothing about that and hasn't seen one property. Then she starts telling me how she thinks he's out there in the other state with another female. I said, well, I'm sure he's met her on the Facebook dating app. Of course, we went back and forth and we talked about a bunch of stuff. She said that he told her that he was out there making a music video. I said, for who? QC? I told her that I was being funny, but I was like, wasn't he supposedly signed to QC? And I was like, I'm in contact with one of his friends because I was writing him trying to get my money back as well. And he's the one that actually told me that Mr. Million was signed to QC Quality Control Records and that he had got the $800,000 advance, that was all facts.
Girl.
She said she never heard nothing about that either. Said that the real story behind that, of him even trying to associate himself with QC, was because he had a friend that used to actually be signed to QC.
Oh my
so
God.
I guess he's just living through him. I asked her, have you ever really seen any real money from him or on him?
Girl.
She said that basically throughout the relationship, some stuff that he paid for, some stuff he didn't. She said, but he always...
Girl, he don't have no damn money? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I just
asked of her. If it wasn't doing something for him, then it was sending or asking for money. When he asks for shit, sometimes she says yes, sometimes she says no. So she thinks that's what caused him to go and ask other people. Said that he mainly...
It's the fact that she's trusting the girlfriend and every little thing she's saying, every little thing she do. How we not know this is not setting you up for a third scam? Because it seemed like he hang out with scammers. So it seemed like the people he hang around are cool with what he be doing.
Got on her for not doing enough for him.
And if she the girlfriend, she got the title of girlfriend, like girl, and he be giving her and paying this and paying that. She would probably one of them type of girls that like, well, he be paying stuff, so I don't be asking questions. So this could all be a setup again.
She had kept saying how she felt bad for me and she knew he had took advantage of me because he was asking me of things that he basically wanted from her. She didn't doubt one thing that I said to her because she herself experienced the same things with him. She said another female had reached out to her previously while she was talking to him, saying the same thing, that he owed her money. But she said that she was coming at her crazy, so that's why she didn't respond to her like she did to me. After going back and forth, we both came up with the idea that if I can't get any of my money back and he still has this camera in his possession and it's the most expensive thing that he has, it was $1,500 camera, that we're going to try to get the camera back. She had said that he had knew about her wanting to start a podcast and that he actually offered to her to use the camera for her podcast. She said that she was just going to play it cool with him and ask him to come back to her once he got done doing whatever he
Way
was
too
doing
easy.
there and to bring the camera so that she could do her first podcast.
Oh my
She
goodness.
knew that he would go for that and believe that, and he did. He was already coming back to her because her birthday was coming up, but she was telling him to come back sooner. She said that she was going to tell him that they were going to do the podcast at her suite where she does lashes and that I could just pop in and try to get the camera there.
Oh
But then she
girl.
said that we should do it in a public place. So she was like, I'm going to make a reservation at a restaurant. She was going to do the reservation at a restaurant with an outside patio. So that way, when they got there, that I could just be waiting on the street somewhere and that she could ask him to go buy a drink at the bar, if he goes to the bathroom, whatever. When he's out of sight, I could just basically walk up on the patio and she handed me the camera. I patiently waited for the day for me to go down there and get that stuff.
Y'all, I want to throw everything around me right now. Girl, girl. I, y'all, what y'all got me watching? What y'all got me watching? Cause come on, this is ridiculous. It sounds like a setup. Oh my! And why is she? At this point, I just hope this girl get out of this situation. Just, oh my goodness.
And I was going to bring people with me. A week and a half goes by maybe, and me and the girlfriend, we're texting and we stay in contact every day. And one day she just tells me she can't take it anymore. She tried to be cool. She's trying to stay cool, but she's just really disgusted with him. And she was like, I just cannot play fake. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm over him. I said something to him. She said that she asked him about me, asked him about the money, asked about everything. And he lied, of course. She said once he started lying, saying he didn't know you, calling you police, all these different things, I started to record him. How somebody I don't know want to say something about my gay though? What the fuck out here? Is who? What the fuck, man? Let me the girl who reached out to me. She a CI. And that's what he said. How get that information? They need to ask your phone for you. Make me so much you go around with anything, something negative. And you trying to break up with a nigga over some shit. How did somebody? What you mean? I don't have to spend that money on fucking birthday, nigga, over somebody else dead. I don't want to find a reason to come fuck with you. Anything that's happening. Hey, I do it all over your birthday. Like, come on, man. She's a stranger. She's a stranger. Yes. You don't, man. And you don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to hear the truth. No, it's the fact that she literally has all the proof, all the receipts, and you're still lying. I think it's for 2-3 weeks, like in a hotel, in 10 houses. All on my story and everything. Okay. Okay. For nothing. Bro, you ain't got no peace, bro. Okay. I ain't even got no money, bro. Okay. Okay. Nothing. Okay. And if a person told me something, I was supposed to get like, you know what? Okay. Okay, for it. Out of here. You ain't got no cheese. You ain't got no cheese, gang. You laughing. You know, I'm like, saying in my face, bro. You watching it out the mud, nigga. I didn't want you to get nothing out the mud. I didn't want to. I'm still, bro, nigga. I'm okay, nigga. I'm still, bro, nigga. I still wait to
Christina!
Christina's gone.
Christina!
Christina's gone.
I mean, yeah, I would have been like, this is crazy. This is just crazy. I would have been gone. I've heard enough. We just need to get back to the story. We know he full of shit. Girl, we don't need proof and evidence or not. We know he full of shit. We've been knowing he full of shit since day one. We've been knowing he wasn't shit since day one. We've been knowing, sis. We've been knowing. We was waiting for you to catch on and get hip to what was going on. But it's sad that it took the girlfriend sending you these recordings for you to understand that he ain't shit.
While they were on the phone, he also made threats against me, my family, anyone who associates themselves with me, even his own friend that was talking to me as well. He said that he was about to start putting cheese on people's heads. So when I heard him say that, my nice Nancy self, I text a friend and I say, look, don't associate yourself with him. Don't talk to him no more.
Nice, nasty. I would have been nasty. What do you mean? Nice, nasty? I would have been nasty. I don't know about y'all. I would have been disrespectful. I don't know about y'all. I would have went to hell with it because nice, nasty. Oh my goodness.
He's making threats against me and also you for even talking to me. The friend replied and said Mr. Million woke him out of his sleep around 3 o'clock in the morning, calling him, and he asked, what did I say to him? I told him that I would call him and tell him and that I had just found out about the threats being made. And he said, yeah, he's upset with me for talking to you. And I just found out where he stays at now. He's moving to Detroit in a couple weeks and he's not moving too far away from me. And I know where it's at because he showed me on FaceTime.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I haven't said every little detail, but when I was on the phone with a friend, he was telling me about how he was from Detroit and that he felt like when Mr. Million asked me to drive to Detroit, that basically he was just coming to see him. He said that around that time, Mr. Million was telling him that he was going to come up there and visit soon. I replied and told him, we're just going to talk over the phone. I was still talking to, at the time, the now ex-girlfriend, and I had told her that the friend had just told me about Mr. Million calling him in the middle of the night, and she tells me Mr. Million done called her sister in the middle of the night as well, demanding for his money back that he had just spent for her birthday. Whole time she was telling me that, I was just like, wow, this man really crashing now that the shoe is on the other foot. She was then telling me that another reason why she couldn't wait and had to go on and say something to him was because she had basically seen him with another female on his social media. Of course, being his girlfriend at the time, she has a girl already coming to her, telling her that he owes her money, and then she sees him with another female. She just had to say something. Then she's like, well, I know what he's capable of. I know how he is.
It's crazy how this man is eating, living off of nothing but women. The girlfriend is just a place for him to stay, a place for him to rest his head at night. And then he uses all the other women to do what he want to do. This is crazy.
He could possibly pop up on me. I don't know. So I suggest that if you want this TV, the wall mount, and the rug, that you should just go on and come get it now. I told her that I could come pick the stuff up the next day, and she was like, cool. Not too much longer after that, the friend had called me asking about what Mr. Million had said about him. I told him that I was in contact with the girlfriend and that she was going to come let me get my stuff. He was telling me about how when he had spoke to Mr. Million, he was telling him that he was in Michigan and about this new spot that he had got. I told him that's all false. The girlfriend got his location and he's not in Michigan. And I said he's not staying at no properties. He don't got no new spot. He's staying at hotels, suites, and penthouses, like he said. Now he like, so he just lying about everything. And I said, you're just not realizing that? We had went back and forth and then we eventually got off the phone. The friend texted me out the blue and was like, I want his drop. And I sent back laughing emojis and was like, wish I had it. Then he was like, I'm about to put a bitch on him. I'm like, shit, he gonna bite on that for sure. These specific messages that I'm talking about right now are the messages that Mr. Million tried to post, trying to make it seem as though I was trying to set him up. When all in all, he was just telling his friend what to say to me. But I'm going to get to that. I said that nigga's a snake with so many faces. Why you think he called you in the middle of the night? He was trying to see what you knew. He said he's dumb as fuck and he moves wrong. I said literally, and he's fucking with the wrong people. He's really trying to carry out this lie to the grave and he's really going through the most. He said, I'm going to tap in with my cousins in Atlanta because I know he goes there and I can't put a female on him here in Michigan because he's stupid, but he's not that stupid. I said, I'm sure you'll think of a master plan and he thinks you stupid for real, but he can't play in everybody's face. I said, I just wanted to let you know beforehand before he tried to do some silly shit and blindside you. An hour later, the now ex-girlfriend calls me and she's like, I don't know what he's on, but he's bugging out and he's threatening me. And I would just feel better if you go on and come get the stuff today. She said she even had to change her number. I'm like, what the fuck? But I didn't hesitate. I jumped right up and got right on the road and was heading on my way. As I'm on my way to her, I get a text message. And after I got this, I instantly called the now ex-girlfriend and asked, what is going on?
It says it's a setup. Don't go. Duh. And then it says you are in a lot of troubles. Oh my God.
She said, I don't know what's going on, but the friends done texted and called me. And then he said that you gave him my number. As they were talking on the phone, he's basically just trying to turn us against each other. Said she didn't really give him the time of day, hung up on him. I said, well, I didn't give him your number. And she said that she knew that and that she knew that it was Mr. Million just basically fucking with her. I'm like, just like how he's fucking with me, trying to text me off a text-free app, trying to intimidate me to not come.
Oh my
When we got
goodness.
off the phone, I literally had a pit in my stomach because I knew then I had fucked up again. Being way too nice and way too trusting, I should have known that the friend was playing me the entire time. When I pulled up to her shop, I literally lapped around a couple times because I said I got to check out the scene before I just pull up. I knew his bitch ass was trolling me, but I still had to make sure for my safety. I let her know that I was there, and when she came outside the building, we both were so hesitant towards each other because we really didn't know what was going on. I was looking every which way. I'm like, is this really about to be a setup?
Y'all needed to call somebody that was smart. I'm sorry. Cause it ain't the two of y'all. Y'all need to call somebody that can bring some brains into this operation. Okay. We need some brains in this trio. We need to add a brain in it because it's not the two of y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That may sound harsh, but no, seriously, it's coming down to safety. We need somebody that's smart, okay, in the situation because it can't just be the two of y'all. It's just not. It's just not enough. We need somebody with some intelligence here. Street smart as well. We need some bigger backup because the two of y'all come together. Oh my God. I don't know. Is it are y'all gonna be all right? You gonna be safe? Are you gonna be good? Do you know what to do next? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah. When we had got up to her suite, the door was shut, and when she had pushed it open, I literally held my breath. It ended up only being just us two there, and the TV, wall mount, rug was just sitting right there waiting on me. We sat there, chopped it up for a few seconds, laughed about it, and then she helped me take everything to my car. I was still trying to prove myself to her that I was not lying about what I had bought. My ass, I even brought the damn phone case box and the box for the little storage disc that he had brought. Once he had got in my car, he instantly opened half of that shit and he had just left the boxes in the trash in my back seat. I literally didn't even realize
Girl, this is y'all. That's why I said, where are the brains for the operation? There got to be a third party because it can't be the two of you. Y'all laughing it up, keying and stuff in the house. Girl, get the shit and get out of there. You don't know when that man gonna come back. That's why I said, oh my goodness. Woo. I don't even know if therapy is enough. I don't know. I don't know. I think I need ooh. No police, no nothing.
Until that day when I had went up there because I had cleaned my back seat out to put the TV in it. She didn't give a fuck about that shit. She told me she believed me. I was there for less than 20 to 30 minutes, but I left up out of there with the stuff. I barely made it halfway down the road. I get another text message from a different number. I'm like, okay, Mr. Million. One, you know whose number you're texting and who you're talking to. Two, you went to Google my name, and you found names associated with me. You thought you ate and found my dad, but William is my uncle. And I told you that my dad got into a motorcycle accident, not that he was sick. Three, you hope me and her can fight. For what?
This is crazy.
Then he calls me. I'm like, okay. So I called the detective that I had spoke with previously, told him about everything that was going on and if this was something that needed to be added to my case. He said that it wasn't relatable and that I needed to go to my local police department since it had happened here and not there. And also said that it hadn't been any updates on my case yet. It was already getting late by then, and I knew the police station would be closed by the time I got back. I texted the friend and I told him, you've been playing both sides. And he replied and said, no, he hadn't. And he's been at work and he was about to call me. This man called me. Of course, I did not answer.
Girl, there's scammers. There's scammers.
I had got home at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. I had been driving, adrenaline rushing, thoughts going crazy all day long. So I was just chilling out. As I'm doing that, I get another text message from a different number. Once he texted me this, I knew then that in fact and indeed that it was him.
It says you lied and played and manipulated my family, my sick grandmother, and the love of my life. Not the love of his life. I'm not going to stop until your life is to the point to where you unalive yourself. You disgusting B. Try to buy your way into my life and want to ruin mine because I don't want ish to do with you. And then he calls her a slut. Rat, trifling, broke woman is sickening. I will have the last laugh. I know about all the tactics. I will handle you and make an example of you. Action is already in place. I have every video conversation recorded with you. Let's play. Texting and calling me all day long from all these different numbers. The total ended up being 4 different numbers. Not even 5 to 10 minutes after I get that text message, the friend texts me and asks, did I text him from a different number? I didn't respond at first, but then I thought to myself, did Mr. Million text his friend trying to act like he was me and on some other shit? Girl,
so I just replied back and I said no. That next morning, the friend texted me and asked me, did you get all your stuff? I didn't even respond back to him. I blocked his number. Not even an hour later, I kid y'all not, my sister is calling me, telling me that a random number done texted and called her phone. After she sent me this, I just went straight to the police station. I went to the police station, filed a report, and they just set a court date for me to go to get an EPO on him. They told me that it takes up to a week for them to file the police report, so I would have to wait until then to pick it up, and then the week after that, I would have the court date. As I was leaving from there, I had texted the now ex-girlfriend and let her know that I had just went and filed a report on him. And she told me that she had checked her Instagram DMs and seen that she got message from a random girl. She said that she was fucked up for talking to me and that we were trying to set him up. And if anything were to happen to him, then it's up. And she was just letting bitches know. And I was just clutching my pearls. I was like, is this the girl that you have suspicions of, that you think that he's with wherever he's at? And she said, yes. I was like, let me check my messages and see if I have a message too. And sure enough, I did. It was in my...
Yeah, this is just too much. This is too much. Because it's just like all of these women and how easy he is to manipulate these women to go after another woman. Remember I told y'all don't be doing that shit? It may make you look like you a fool in the end. Because you over here coming after a woman that's really innocent. She didn't even do anything. She was done wrong. She wasn't the one that does something to the man. Oh my goodness.
requests. This is the message that I had got. Then later on in the day, I get this text message. I got a phone call. Of course, I didn't answer my requests.
So her address, this your address, right? Question mark. You need to think about what you're doing because Ish might go left.
This is the message that I had got. Then later on in the day,
Then hey,
I get this text message. And an hour and a half after this message, I got a phone call. Of course, I didn't answer or respond. I already knew that it was Mr. Million trying to fuck with me and play games with me. I wanted to respond so bad, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take this to court. 2 weeks I went by, and me and the now ex-girlfriend were texting, just checking in with each other. And she was telling me that she had talked to him and he's still lying about everything.
right. I would have been done changed my number.
And he's still lying about everything.
Okay, Maya, I'll give the camera to you, give back to her. She got a restraining order on her, and that's just that. And then I'm assuming the girlfriend respond okay. And then the girlfriend asked, so she did buy a camera. And then he responded, a lens in a bag, and then these emojis. Let's see. She got from Best Buy off credit, never spent no cash. Then the girlfriend responds, no way you dragged this lie out this long. It wasn't that serious. And then he responds, she did that ish on her own. Why I'm going to run off with $100 TV? When I got kicked out, I just left it in the shop like F it. Really never thought about. Moved to Westchester, bought all new ish, bought a new camera that was 6 bands and all that. Never gave a F. If a ninja trick off on my B and my B don't want him, that's on that ninja. I was nice enough to offer it back. B started playing games, crying. I just want to talk. Or wait, I don't know what it means under that. I was nice. Okay, wait. I just want you to like me. B, how old are you? You pulling up and still not leaving with the ish. Talking about I gotta come back with a truck for a 40-inch. F out of here. Then kept popping up and sending me money talking about I'm sorry, how I owe you, and you keep pulling up sending me cheese. Gang trying to buy your way in. This is just crazy. Then he also writes, she ain't responded. You thought I was gonna be impressed and return the favor, but I never liked you. And Facebook dating is a joke. She made a fake page of me. When I ignored the H, I got it reported. One of my followers seen it. But F, all that I should have been said something. Bottom line. And I got tested before I even touched you again. This is what he telling the girlfriend. Then she responds, you had her sucking and effing and then kissing me. You're effing crazy and glad you ain't bring ish back to me. Then he responds, only reason I felt like it was a setup because you kept trying to get me to the podcast. It was a setup, but not like that. She was just gonna snatch the camera. And this is what the girlfriend is saying. And then he responded, oh hell no. Me and you wasn't even talking effing me or nothing. And then she just sends a laughing emoji. And then he responds, you think somebody was going to snatch something from me? Question mark. Yeah, that was stupid. That's why I said, where are the brains of the operation? We need the brains of the operation to step to the front because that just was not a good plan at all. Then the girlfriend responds, I'm glad we didn't. The plan was all right, though. No, it wasn't. It was stupid. It was dumb. Then he responds, you could have just told me on the strength of you, I would have did it. And my dad and everybody said, F that B, because how you get my number. Oh my God. The day she was supposed to come and she played sick and never showed up. So I left it alone. Ninja didn't never have to do all of that. I'm not no thief. I ain't no sucker either. Play with my family. I don't give a F what the business is. I wasn't even with her when she bought the TV. Yeah, technically that's right. He was not with her when she went and got that TV. Then the girlfriend said they gone. Then he responds, I had my lawyer put a restraining order on her and a no contact order. She's not allowed to talk to me. Nobody associated with me. Then she responds, she can talk to me. We not associated. I just don't trust nobody. This situation messy AF. And then he responds, nobody on nothing with you. And then she goes, I know. Then he responds, bottom line, I got caught slipping on my pimping. And then she responds, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha, aha. And then he responds, I should have been said something. Oh my
She
God.
said, I just couldn't take the line anymore, and I stopped entertaining him, and I told him, I'll just wish you the best. Then she said when they had talked that he told her that the friend was, of course, just basically playing both sides. And sometimes when me and him were on the phone, that he had Mr. Million on three-way. The day that the now ex-girlfriend had played the recordings for me from their phone call, and my nice Nancy self had told the friend about it, when me and the friend were on the phone, he had Mr. Million on three-way. So that's what prompted Mr. Million to start making threats to his now ex-girlfriend, and that's what made her tell me to go on and come get the stuff that same day. I was just so mad at myself because I done got played again and I did not read the room right again. But I took full accountability for my dumbass actions. That next day, I was just in my thoughts and in my head like I always was at that time. And in that moment, I was just like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm about to write this girl back that wrote me. He thinks he can have people writing me, threatening me. I'm about to respond back.
Oh my God, girl. Why?
To call me, I said that it was. As we were talking on the phone, she's telling me that the only reason why she was even in Texas with him at the time was because he asked her to fly out there to him. He told her, pay for your flight. He can have people writing me, threatening me. I'm about to respond back.
Okay, let's see what she wrote. So she's responding to the text that she showed earlier about her address, saying, this your address. You need to think about what you're doing because shit might go left. And then she responds, babe, please don't go so hard for a false narrative. You and Mr. Brokey should think what he did, what told you is far from the truth. I'm assuming what he told you is far from the truth. His whole life is a lie. And it's sad as AF that he got you believing the lie. It wouldn't have had to even go this far if he would have just paid me back. Like, that's the biggest picture out there. I don't even know what she means by that. Now an MF wants to cry wolf to you and whoever else just to get somebody to believe him. Question mark. It's pathetic AF. All he had to do was be a man and handle his business and just pay me back. Girl, you were the business. We talked about this in part 1. You are the business. MF lied about every single thing. Now, if you'd like to see all the real receipts, then I got you. Other than that, peace. This is nice, nasty. Then this girl, whoever is texting her, this girl responds, I don't even mess with him no more. I apologize for even hitting you up because I found out everything was a lie. And then she responds, literally, so as a woman, I do apologize. And also to the young lady I hit before. Oh my God, y'all, this is crazy. This is just, oh my goodness. And then she texts back and says, he definitely do play too much for me. I had to cut him off, girl. He told me a whole story about how you paid for something and he was going to give you the money and you started harassing him and tried to set him up when he was in Houston. So this is still some random girl that he had lied to come threaten them, both the ex-girlfriend, or I guess his used to be girl, I guess the ex-girlfriend at this point, and then this girl that's sharing this story. And so then she responds, no, far from the truth. Then she responds, that's why I got so mad because I was with him and I was like, hold the F up, because if a B do something to me, it's up. And then, oh my God, y'all. Then she responds again, oh, I see now. That makes sense. And then the other girl responds again saying, girl, this man is a mess. What's your number? LOL, because I got T. Oh my God. Then she responds, was you messing with him? Question mark. Girl, really? Then she gonna respond, yes. Listen, Barbara and Shirley, y'all need to take y'all ass on with this. This is just, are y'all for real?
She asked
Are we, girl? You said he had a small peen. That's what you did. She not say that earlier? Oh my goodness. One thing women love to do is kumbaya over a man. Kumbaya over a man that ain't shit. That's one thing women love to do is kumbaya. Let's hold hands over a man, a ninja that ain't shit. That's what women love. That's what they love to do.
If it was cool to call me. I said that it was. As we were talking on the phone, she's telling me that the only reason why she was even in Texas with him at the time was because he asked her to fly out there to him. He told her, pay for your flight. I'll give you the money when you get here. She got there. He never paid her back.
Duh.
She was like, I even seen the camera from Best Buy myself. We were taking videos, pictures, all of that. She says, he even told me what to type up and tell y'all in those messages when I wrote you and the now ex-girlfriend on Instagram. I was not surprised at all
Did it?
because he is a bitch, and that's what bitch ass niggas do. He thought he could turn all of us females against each other.
And y'all all slow. All right, let's highlight that too. Y'all are all slow. Cause a man gonna tell me to hit up another woman and threaten her, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. Like, come on, all of y'all. Three women, one man, and y'all it's three brains against one brain. One brain. One brain and a penis. Three brains, one brain and a penis. That's ridiculous. Like
I told her, I said, he literally had you out here trying to defend a lie that he is going to try to take to the grave. Went back and forth with her, eventually got off the phone, and later on that week, I had court for the EPO. I had went to court, and it got continued because he hadn't been served yet. When I had went to the police station and they had looked him up, they had found several addresses for him, so they went to try to serve him there, but of course he wasn't there. I was just like, damn, I'm wondering how long this process is about to take and if they're even going to have luck with finding him. I just remained having faith, kept praying, kept telling myself everything was going to be okay, everything will work itself out, and that's when I considered getting myself into therapy. People talk down on it, make fun of it, and it's like it's taboo in Black culture for some reason, but I knew that that was going to be the best thing for me to.
oh my God. Oh my. This is the smartest thing she has said this entire story. Amen. Praise God. Oh my God. Y'all. Amen.
To help me mentally and emotionally. Being vulnerable and transparent and expressing everything about yourself and life, I had just felt like it was just so beneficial and refreshing for me. One day, my therapist had asked me about updates on my case and if I had spoke with the detective recently. And I told her I hadn't and that I would give him a call. And I did. When I called, he happened to be out on vacation and I asked to speak with the supervisor or someone, and I did. He pulls my case up and he says, well, it looks here that it's concluded and that the detective has closed it. I was just like, what? And how is that? When I last spoke with him, he didn't tell me that nothing was closed. He said that in the notes, he just seen that it basically said my word versus his. I was pissed off. And I asked the supervisor, I'm like, so why didn't the detective call me and let me know that he closed the case? And he said he didn't know either why he didn't do that because that's something that they're supposed to do. Said that he was going to send him an email and let him know to reach out to me. I was just like, whatever. Okay. I had already posted him in a group on Facebook that they have for women to let other women know to be aware of men out here like him. And I was like, you know what? They have a group for each state. I'm about to put him in every single group for each state.
And y'all, I like lately, y'all, I've been on those Facebook groups and you know, I respect the rules of the groups where you can't post the photos. But I gotta be honest with y'all. Some of these men that these women be out here dealing with in them groups, baby, it's low self-esteem. Because the photos that y'all post of these men, disgusting. Like just disgusting. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. They got weird dark eyes. They don't look like they take care of themselves. They just look sloppy. Sloppy, not well groomed. I can understand if a woman got played by a well groomed man with some charm. But some of these ninjas y'all be out here dealing with just look bummy. Just look unkept. Don't look like they have a job. Don't even look like they wipe their ass and brush their damn teeth. And y'all be posting the man to the Facebook group like, oh, be careful of him. Baby, you don't gotta worry about me. You don't gotta worry about me at all. I would never deal with somebody like that dresses like that doesn't even look like he grooms himself on a regular basis. You don't have to worry about me. So like y'all be saying, oh, I'm here to warn women. No, warn yourself, because how are you even attracted to somebody that even looks like that? And I mean, like, y'all, I'm talking about not groomed. Not groomed. Don't even look like they have on a fresh pair of drawers. Like, who are you warning? Your past self? Because it's certainly it's not me. And then I'll be looking at some of the women in the comments and they like, girl, how did you even date somebody like that? And then you go look at the woman and the woman is gorgeous. The woman could have done so much better. It's like women, a lot of y'all need to work on your self-esteem. I don't know what you see when you look in the mirror, but you need to work on what you're seeing in the mirror. And it needs to make sense when you out here dealing with a man, because it don't be making no sense. None at all. At all. And I don't know what it's going to take for you to view yourself in a higher light, but we need to get to it. We need to get to that place within ourselves where we are viewing ourselves in a higher light, because some of these men shouldn't even be able to get access to you. It's sad. And it's just been popping up a lot lately on my Facebook news feed. And I'm just like, how did you even date somebody like that?
It just felt like it was the right thing to do to try to bring awareness to this man. I had already had women writing me from the group about the post that I had made, but once I posted him in multiple states, more women began writing me.
And it's just crazy how he's going through all of these women. And I'm assuming all of these girls, low self-esteem.
I'm about to put him in every single group in multiple states. More women began writing me.
And so I guess this random woman hit her up saying, hey, yes, he hit me up wanting to take me out. And then she responded, when was this? I want to say not even 2 weeks ago. Something felt off. He said he owned multiple multi-million business. Oh my God. Same game. And remember when I said that these men are not out here running new game on women? It's just recycled. Then she responded, I'm assuming on Facebook dating, huh? Lies, girl. And then she says, yes. Then she responds, I tried to get him to tell me his real name so many times and he just wouldn't do it. And all those businesses he be posting on his story and all the traveling that he so-called does, I'm thinking this man got money. This man is doing good for himself. And see, this is what's going to get a lot of women caught up. Y'all be so focused on what a man has and you're not looking at his character at all. You're not vetting him properly. You see flashiness, tacky flashiness, and you're sold. Like I had a friend like that. She was always bumping into guys that weren't shit. Their mentalities were horrible. Their characters were horrible. But because they was flashing money on their social media, she thought she was coming up, and she wasn't, because it was all a lie. Y'all need to really pay closer attention to who you're really dealing with and stop going off of what you think this man has. It has to be more than that. Seriously. And then if somebody is being flashy, they're trying to oversell themselves. They're trying to oversell what they can do and what they have. Then I started talking to him. Wait. I'm thinking this man got money. This man is doing good for himself. And I started talking to him way before I even got in this group. And when I saw that you posted him, I just didn't want to believe it. So this is another woman reaching out to her, I'm assuming. And then until he tried to get me to come off money. Oh, he was talking about he wanted to start a business together, same game, this, that, and the third. And then when I was talking to him about how like I've been had a business partner before, like we need to talk about some stuff, he did not like that. And it was supposed to be 50-50. I'm not putting up on this money just so you can scam me. Why are y'all out here trying to do business with men? Why are y'all not out here trying to do business with women? Why not try to create a business on your own? Why are you trying to link up with people that you barely know to do business with? This is crazy. And then the same girl that reached out to her, I guess, responded, said, and then he blocked me. And I was so confused because did I say something wrong? So I had to text him off another number. Are y'all for real? And I'm like, that was weird. And he was just like, yeah, we're not going to do this because you're not telling me where your income is coming from. And I don't know how much money you have. And see, he's trying to fill her out to see what's in her account, how much he can scam her for, how much he can get off of her, just like he did with this girl that created the story time. Like, that's not your business, sir, at all. Do we want to start this business or not? Girl, that's not a red flag for you. Then she goes on to say, men like him always have a girlfriend, and she must not be making enough money for him, for him to be going out here trying to get money out of women, and women that some of them have kids. Some of them got some, or she means some of them. I don't, girl, the lingo is just out of this world. Just at this point, just spell it on out. Got their own stuff going on. That's crazy to me, and I'm sorry that that has happened to you. In 2020, he asked me to do a music video, and I agreed. He never paid me, and he was having difficulties with his card. So he was supposed to pay me back for the hotel scene, and he never did. Oh my God. And then his photographer threatened to unalive me, basically saying we don't only shoot music videos. Oh.
One girl even sent me this disgusting post that he made on Instagram. And
Sex is not a form of payment to me. Why y'all think y'all can send a deposit to get the conversation started, then F and send wild A pictures for the rest? F do I look like? I'm cool on that trifling-ish. Just pay the rest of my paper, and don't think you getting a refund just because your incomplete business practices don't fly over here. If I say 1,000, come 1,000, not 500, and toy videos and a sad A story. What?
she said that this is another way that it seems that he targets women. I continue with therapy and my healing journey. About a month later, my friend had sent me something that came across their FYP. Once I seen that, I was like, okay.
Girl, what? What is it? Can somebody explain to me what is going on? I know this man ain't getting baptized. What is going on? What?
Once I seen that, I was like, okay. Now he should be a changed man, right? And he should be ready to admit to his wrongs, right? I was like, if he got baptized, then he must be a God-fearing man now, and he's changed.
Girl,
I knew I couldn't reach out to him, though, due to...
Girl, you better not. She 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 better not.
My case against him with the EPF. I had reached out again to one of his relatives that I was able to get in contact with. No, I shouldn't have done that, but yes, I did. I said, I'm not trying to bother, and I understand that this has nothing to do with you all, but all I'm asking from his family is to just ask him to do the right thing. That's it. I had never got a response. When I woke up in the middle of the night, I woke up to comments underneath my posts on Instagram from a fake page. I had seen the comments in my notification center on my phone.
Hold on. Okay, so he's commenting from a fake page. She's stealing videos off the internet. She never been here. Why do you post places you never been? Best mouth in blank. I seen 3S tapes of you on X videos. I want some next.
I had seen the comments in my notification center on my phone, and the main one that I had seen was him saying I was a sorry ass excuse of a prostitute. So I clicked on it, and when I clicked on it, it had disappeared, went away, whatever. And that's when I realized that he had deleted that comment, but he had still had all the other comments up. I already knew that it was Mr. Million fucking with me again. I did not put it past him because if he's already texted me from text free
Baby, at this point, who else could it be?
app numbers, I knew that this was him on this fake page. That's when I realized that holy water that he had got dunked in did not work. And he is still the same person and he
Girl, duh. Oh my God.
did not change. 2 days later after that, I was in my head and in my thoughts, and I was like, you know what? It's time to tell my story. This man done everything in his power to try and break me down. It was a nice try and he almost got me, but I couldn't let that happen.
And then he's still reaching out to her. He goes, party in Houston. Was that y'all? She responds, no, I don't know ish about that. And then he responds, I figured it was unrelated. Then she responds, and that Dub Ninja Flaw facts. What? Dub been rocking her to sleep for me since the drama started months ago. Everything he said, I told him to say. I know. And I'm assuming he talking about his friend. That's how I got every screenshot and phone call.
Since I've been telling my story, he's tried to intimidate me to silence, but that's not going to happen either. Now, the picture that he had posted that he took without my consent, that almost got me. And that's the reason why a lot of women haven't came forward, because he has pictures and videos of them as well. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep talking about it. Oh, and just recently, I got another text message and call from another different random number.
Oh, so he sends her a fake cease and desist. Why are people doing this nowadays? Why are y'all out here sending fake? Why are y'all doing this?
I really thought I was getting punked. For real. I was like, he cannot be serious. And that's another reason why women don't want to come forward, because of those type of actions. But I'm just going to speak for everyone. Everything that I'm about to post are messages from people that have seen my story and reached out to me. They've came in encounter with this man and they're sharing their experiences with him.
Okay, so I'm looking for the MF in Ohio. I wonder if he here in Columbus. This is just sad. And then I'm assuming she responds, he is. He's back and forth from there to Arizona, even in Atlanta, scamming all kinds of women and sending death threats for being exposed. Then she responds, oh, ish, I gotta have my people look out for his A. And then she goes, go bust the windows out that shop. That ugly fat B will show up then. Oh, I guess that was on the private Facebook group. So then another girl wrote, I feel bad for you, boo. He is a big scammer in Arizona. He has scammed so many women and men. I tried to sue his ass for the jury I took out for him. He was paying on it and ended up calling his bank and saying it was fraud. So they gave him all his money back. Ninja is broke. He didn't even pay the photographer for half of the photos on his page. If he got on a diamond bracelet, that's mine. He ran off on Capri jewelry. And if he got 2 diamond earrings, those are mine. 2, that B wouldn't return the jewelry back to me so I could give it back. He don't owe anything. That's probably why he had to move out of Arizona. He never been shot. He don't own anything. I could have told y'all that. I blasted him 3 years ago on IG, and so many women and men reached out to me, and I tried to sue him, but I couldn't find any address on his BAB. Thank God it never went on my credit or anything, but he is a scammer. Y'all, this is crazy. Are y'all seeing this? So women was out here buying this man jewelry too. So I'm assuming he's texting the girl that he scammed the jewelry from and said, "Bro, you weird AF," and that's her texting him. And then she also responds and says, "Wow, are you serious right now? What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then she texts him again, and then she goes, "Bruh, I don't care about none of that. Have one of your friends sell me my ninja, like you really got these people charging me an overdraft fee, but you just had a whole boss brunch but can't effing pay your debt off. I swear you do anything for clout." Oh my God. And then I guess they're texting now. Yes, he took 2K from her. I'm going to speak with an attorney to see if we can start a class action. The DJ didn't get paid, the promoter didn't get paid, the waiters didn't get paid, etc. That loser left his own event an hour and a half early because he knew pay up time was coming at the end of the event. This is crazy. So I'm assuming he scammed some guy. And this ninja doesn't even have a car. Yeah. He has no excuse not to have a car. He's a bachelor out here lying, living his fake facade. This is crazy. I know so many people that are burnt by him. I see a class action lawsuit. Oh my God. Then this landed on my desk. The first one I ignored. After the fifth time, I had to reach out. What's your situation with him? I just got burned by him. Oh my God. Wow. So then she responds, "Wow, he scammed me too," shaking my head. "He scammed me out of 6K." Or I guess this is somebody else. I guess you just posting receipts of people coming out and talking. "Wow, he scammed you too," shaking my head. "He scammed me out of 6K on a jewelry loan. This ninja pretended that he paid my rent for me and asked me could I get his jewelry for him because he had bad credit. The ninja made 2 payments towards it, and after the third payment was due, he blocked me. So I'm taking his aid to court. He been scamming women left and right." One sec, shake my head, you up? Nope. So women hitting him up about how their account is in the negative or something like that. "Can you send this back to me?" Both the places, leasing places, charged me, or they were getting charged for something he was leasing or something like that. And then saw another woman reaching out. "You really scaring me right now. I did you a big favor by taking out 6K jewelry loan for you, and now I feel like it's backfiring on me, and you're not making me feel any better by hanging up in my face." Then he responds, "You need to relax and stop panicking. It's gonna be good. They fixing my account. I'll see you later." Then she responds, "How can I not panic? You're not answering the phone for me. My rent is due. It's gonna be late, and you just had me get 6K jewelry loan out for you. If you can't even pay the 400, how can I trust you paying 6K? You acting like I'm bothering you," shaking my head. And then she goes, "Can you sell me the money for my rent?" Then he goes, "No, my account's still locked." Then he also says, "Send me the login. I'll do it from somebody else's phone." Send you what? And then she goes, shaking my effing head. "So can I just come get the money because I don't want you using people's accounts?" And then she also responds, "Honestly, I don't even like how you're acting towards me, and I haven't done anything to you at all. I'll just pay my rent and you can give me the jewelry back tomorrow because your payment is due on the 19th and you ain't put nothing on your account information on the lease, and I'm not about to ruin my credit for or owe nothing to nobody. I really thought I could trust you, but I really don't like how you're treating me at this point." Then he goes, "Nobody about to finesse your crybaby ass. Shut the F up. They ain't even shit to be that ain't even shit to be finessing. Please. Shut F up. You sound dumb. Yes, it did lock." And then she goes, "You're forgetting your lies. You said you was going on the morning chase. You said you was going in the morning. Chase closed at 1 and you at work. So make it make sense. You finessed the F out of me and Skrill." Who is Skrill? Another character unlocked told me I could trust you. Shaking my effing head. Why are y'all trusting the friends? "I can't wait to tell him how you doing me." Then he responds, "Ninja, my bank is not closed. I got an appointment. I got BOA," which is Bank of America, y'all. Okay. I sure did expose him. I got a lawyer and everything. They couldn't find him, so I just stopped. I just dropped the case. I wasn't playing about my money. So I'm guessing she's showing the receipts of the girl texting her back about this whole situation. She was showing the receipts that the girl provided to her. And so she goes on to say, laugh my ass off. I did all the exposing him 2 years ago, wrote his mama and daddy on Facebook and everything, went to his mama's house trying to serve him. I wasn't playing. I still have all the messages and texts from him too. And then she goes, the ish needs to be reopened because MFs think I'm lying about this MF. He will run off on you. And so then she goes, I'm still blocked on IG for exposing him. He had an event and ran off on the venue people, the caterers, and the photographer. They was still off trying to find him. And I'm assuming this all going down either. This looks like this is TikTok, Instagram, or no, this seems like this is TikTok or hell, Facebook. Hell, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is she is not lying. He is a professional. He did it to me as well. Please say it for the people in the back. So this was on TikTok, I'm assuming. Did he run the same game like he did her? No, he used the pretenses of he wanted to help me. He got me out of about 2K. And then, oh no, I'm sorry, sis. I hate that happened to you. He needs to go down. And then, oh my gosh, I watched this whole thing just to realize this man tried to get me years ago on Instagram. Okay. Do I need to keep going? I met him on Facebook too. We were initially talking about real estate and he said he wanted to work together. I said he did approvals and helped me with credit. I was licensed in Texas. He wanted me to send clients in any state. I had plenty of people who needed to rent a place but couldn't get approved. I sent him a few. They got scammed, obviously. I wasn't really trying to get into his personal life until he started flirting and wanted something more. So I entertained. Oh my God. It just threw me off when he asked for money. So I act broke. A few times he asked for money. I send it. In total, it was about 400 over 2 to 3 months. I found out he was scamming people when they would come back to me and say they sent him and then he sent them a fake approval letter. I stopped talking to him after finding out that he was scamming people. He did used to have people send me money and then send it to him. This is crazy. This is just so crazy. Then someone else reaches out and says, oh my gosh, I know girl. Well, he was staying in Atlanta. And then she goes, who? And then his name, Mr. Millions. Girl, I was talking to him for a second. He was living here in Atlanta. If you're going to be in Atlanta and mess with these Atlanta women and men, please stand on business. It will get you far. That lying and capping, baby, you will be running from city to city forever. Everybody finesse when they can, but being a full-blown fraud, not going to get it. Instagram is not real. I don't even know what this is, but what the F? I don't F with ninjas and I don't even play like that. What the F you talking about? I'm not running city to city doing nothing. I get money and go home. What the F you on, bruh? So I'm assuming this is Mr. Millions. Bro, you got me effed up for real. I get you mad about them 2 hours. Don't cake on my name, though. We not doing that. It's good. I'm going to let this paper talk when I get home. Okay. Grown men stand on business. I'm embarrassed for you. You wasted them people's time and mine like ninjas shit real out here. Don't nobody got time to play. Got me late for work and you knew you wasn't trying to pay for your ish. Take the cap shit off the net. And then he responds, Mr. Million says, we sent them the bread too, bro. Zell, what you mean? And then the same guy responds, Ninja, you a lie. You ain't answering the phone for me or them folks. You owe that women, she took her shit back out of there. So take that ish off the net because that's not your ish. And then whose Chase account is that? Like, whose Chase? Where did he get the Chase account? Because we know it's not his. And then someone else wrote, "Hey, I just saw this, but girl, a friend of mine did a music video with him a couple years ago, and she was saying like how he was all this money, and I just followed him from that because we were all dancers. But I will always see him posting about Airbnb or how he opened a beauty supply and all this extra stuff. I did try to connect with him on the Airbnb stuff because he said he was going to start in Vegas, but he never responded to me after I started showing him properties that we could potentially do it at." And then I don't know where he unfollowed me a few months ago. So I'm thankful I dodged the bullet. But when I seen you post a picture, oh my God, my jaw dropped. Wow, this is crazy AF. I'm 22 years old from Texas. He told me to send him 200 for a flight from Ohio to Texas. I told me he was going to pay me back, but never did. This was around his birthday, which is crazy AF. Thanks, girl, for speaking up. MFs need to know about his no good A. Then somebody else wrote, "Damn girl, I'm sorry that happened to you. So you had sent him the money and he never sent it back. Did he end up blocking you?" And then someone wrote, "No, never sent the shit back. I thought he was a catfish until I did my research and the ninjas kept asking me for money. When I first started talking to him, he wanted to start a business trying to help me get an apartment, which I ended up getting approved for. But something was telling me not to fall through with it, even if though I got approved. This is just wild." Because I was asking too many questions, IG, which I never cared, I started to blow him up and then he ended up blocking me. Then like 2 weeks ago, I texted him, we was talking. Then soon as I asked for my money, he blocked me again. So that's that. Money I had saved up and he knew and still proceeded to ask me. He asked, he made you feel bad for not doing something for him. That is just sick. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm thinking this ninja a big time money maker. Oh my God. He gonna help me switch up my life around all kinds of ish. I'm glad I stopped. Then he was saying if I moved into the apartment, we was gonna be together and I could only be with him. I'm like, huh? I knew it was something fishy. I knew it was some fishy ass ish then. Never went to the internet due to him having pictures of me. He wanted me to send him videos of me essing sucking other ninjas D's. I don't know. That ish was weird. What? Girl. And then this is somebody else. I was supposed to meet up with him, his weird ass, on September 1st in Houston. He was supposed to meet at a restaurant downtown. We was communicating the whole time. And when I got there, I called him and was like, "Hey, it's $20 to park." Basically, like, "Ninja, you gonna need to pay for my parking." He laughed it off like, "Girl, go and park that ish. Go park that ain't ish." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna just wait for you to get here because I ain't about to do that." He asked me to send him my location, which was weird. By the way, he was already sharing his location with me. I didn't even ask. He just did it on his own. But long story short, when he realized I was about to make his ass pay for my parking, he basically just stopped responding to me. I don't know if he tried to contact me because I literally blocked him on everything right then and there. And after I blocked him, he started following me on TikTok. LOL. I knew something was weird about him. He told me he was in law school, like Ninja B, for real. Then I guess a random number is hitting her up. That traffic looks crazy. It's all good. K, don't stress on nothing. The world, our time. Okay, let me get a Maybach in your name. Bye. So no, absolutely not. Okay, laugh my ass off. LOL. Why not though? Why would I? You can sue him, girl. What the F? I reported his ass to Ohio police for saying he committed a murder in Ohio. Oh my God. This is crazy. Hey girl, I truly pray you are doing better and sorry this happened to you. I dated him years ago and no, you're not lying. I have pictures of the bruises he used to put on me and I made a video years ago that I never posted exposing him, but you're not wrong for warning people about him. I can't believe he's still doing this bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's just I don't even I don't even know what to say. That's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous that man was able to go through that many men and women, and well, women and men. It's just that's crazy. I hope y'all learned something, like at least learn from what scammers are out here doing. So then you'll know what to look for. But is there more? Because y'all, I'm done with this. Is there more? Let me look. Cause this is crazy. No, the only other thing is just Q&A, like Q&A questions. That's how she ended it. So y'all gonna have to, if y'all want Q&A videos, y'all need to go to her TikTok. Get all the questions answered that you need. I'm tapping out. This was ghetto. It was ghetto. It was ghetto. Then somebody want me to react to this other story time. It's called Who the F Did I Move In With? I don't know. Y'all be wondering why I be talking so much about self-esteem. This is now y'all know why. Because all of this could have been prevented from just having higher levels of self-esteem. Somebody said enough. Somebody said enough. Enough. I'm gonna look into it. I am. But you know what I wanted to watch? Wags. I want to watch it. I do. I don't know if I'm a stomach it, but I'm like, let me tap in. Let me see what's going on. So y'all let me know. Anybody watching WAG? Anybody? Listen, I just need a break. I need my brain to be restored because I feel like it's fried. We'll circle back to Who the F Did I Move In With at a later time. But anybody tapping into that reality TV show? It's good. It's good. That's why I was like, I think I need to watch this. It's on Netflix. It's about it's Wags to Riches. What does Wags mean? Wives of, I know it's why. Is it why? What is the Wags? What does that mean? I need somebody to explain. What does Wags mean? What does it stand for? I always forget. Wives and girlfriends. Okay, so wives and girlfriends of like athletes, right? Okay, wives and girlfriends. I'm about to check it out. So y'all let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up before you leave. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.